no. Dikosibu so mesia, efe bibianka ho. No fosio titi I want them. No fosio me krenansa. No fosio ye mo frada. Enye papa no dia. Maubano no fosio fiti da ube wono. Dikosibu so mesia, efe bibianka ho. Maubano no fosio fiti da ube wono. Dikosibu so mesia, efe bibianka ho. No fosio titi I want them. No fosio me krenansa. No fosio ye mo frada. Enye papa no dia. Maubano no fosio fiti da ube wono. Dikosibu so mesia, efe bibianka ho. Maubano no fosio fiti da ube wono. Dikosibu so mesia, efe bibianka ho. No fosio titi I want them. No fosio me krenansa. No fosio ye mo frada. Enye papa no dia. Maubano no fosio fiti da ube wono. Dikosibu so mesia, efe bibianka ho. Maubano no fosio fiti da ube wono. Dikosibu so mesia, efe bibianka ho. No fosio titi I want them. No fosio me krenansa. No fosio ye mo frada. Enye papa no dia. Maubano no fosio fiti da ube wono. Dikosibu so mesia, efe bibianka ho. Maubano no fosio fiti da ube wono. Dikosibu so mesia, efe bibianka ho. No fosio titi I want them. No fosio me krenansa. No fosio ye mo frada. Enye
we are glad to have all of you here, both in person and online. And I must say that for those online, kindly share the link with your friends and family so that they all benefit from this amazing talk that we are going to have. We have people online, and this shows how far we've come as a people. We've met here, but we have people in various places in their homes listening to us. I say this to also mention that we've made a lot of advancement in nutrition. But today we are gathered here to talk about the magic of breast milk. In spite of the advances we've made in technology, in nutrition, breast milk is still the magical and powerful nutrition for the lives of our children. We are pleased to have a very strong panelist from child health, nursing and midwifery, nutrition, and then obstetrics to help us navigate this important topic. So I introduce my panelists, and to the far end we have Dr. Nana Ofosu-Amponsah, who is a neonatal medicine fellow in the Department of Child Health in Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. We are happy to have you here.
Happy to be here.
We also have next to her Dr. Theodore, who is a consultant obstetrician gynecologist and a senior lecturer with the University of Ghana Medical School, and one of our key players when it comes to maternal mortality in this department. Next to him is Constance Odonko, who is Senior Midwifery Officer and the head of our antenatal clinic, our OPD, and the emergency room in obstetric unit. And finally, we have Madam Ms. Sophia Ametefe, who is a principal dietitian, a registered dietitian at that. They are here to share their experiences on this important topic of breastfeeding. So I welcome our panelists to this useful discussion, and I hope at the end of it all, our listeners will benefit from your insight on this. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, as we begin, I would want to take your mind and pick your brain on this topic. The world over, the month of August is dedicated to breastfeeding. Why is it so important to do that? In fact, it is not just done in Ghana, but the world over. Why should we dedicate the month of August to breastfeeding?
Thank you very much for your question. So, breastfeeding of the infant is something that is very important to the nation. Okay. In Ghana, looking at our statistics, according to UNICEF and WHO, we have just about 50% of our infants who are exclusively breastfed from birth till 6 months. And then this is way below the target set by WHO for us. WHO is looking at least 70% of our infants being exclusively breastfed till 6 months. But at the moment, as a country, we are just around 50%. So really, a lot needs to be done. And then whenever I'm called upon to talk about breastfeeding, I'm very excited about it because I know that there's a lot that the society can do to help the nursing mother by providing the right environment, the necessary resources, and all the encouragement the mother needs to be able to successfully breastfeed the infant because of the enormous benefits of breast milk to the neonate and then the mother as well.
Thank you very much. So, Dr. Boako, why this intensive awareness creation?
Yeah, thank you very much once again. You know, the very foundation of the child's survival is breastfeeding. The very beginning of the child's life is breastfeeding. I mean, if we get that beginning, that starts very well, the child's life will progress very well in terms of health. So, breastfeeding is what actually gives the child the best start in life. And you see, the impact goes beyond just infancy. The impact of breastfeeding is far beyond infancy. It goes so far. I mean, it's actually the future of the generations. I mean, the society's future is actually based breastfeeding. So, I mean, there's not any debate about it. But in the midst of all these things that everybody knows, people are still not being able to breastfeed. Yes, I was saying that despite the fact that we all know the importance is so great, some mothers are still not able to breastfeed as they wish because of lack of support. So I think the world has set up the month of August so that we can virtually galvanize support for every woman to be able to breastfeed. That is one of the.
Thank you very much, Dr. Boafo. So, Constance, what's your take? Why the month of August, so much intensive education? And I know you've done a lot of work this month. Why?
Yes, thank you very much, and thank you to all listeners for the opportunity to talk about breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is a big deal. As Dr. Boafo said, it's the foundation of the infant's life. Not only the infant, but the mother also benefits. So if you don't get the foundation right, for instance, if you have to build your house and you don't get good, a team to help with the foundation, you'll be there and your building will collapse. In a nutshell, it tells you that breastfeeding is the foundation for the baby's life and then the life of the woman as well. But the reason why we have August as the month of celebration is because WHO, and then we have WABA, that is World Alliance for Breastfeeding Alliance. There was a conference that was held in Italy. So there was a place called Innocenti. It was in August, I think that was 1990 or 1992. So based on, the month was in August, so the conference was held to bridge the gap, to galvanize, to help promote, protect, and then support our women regarding breastfeeding. So ever since that it was instituted that then, we should set this month aside to create the awareness regarding promotion, protection, and supporting of breastfeeding for our women. And then we should be resilient in that regard. As I said, the foundation is key. That's how we have August for the breastfeeding week. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Sophia, what do you also say? Why this month dedicated purely to the cause of breastfeeding?
Okay. Thank you for the question. So, breastfeeding is very important. Unfortunately, there are some mothers who struggle with breastfeeding their children, so they tend to easily give up and will tell you that they can't even practice what we call the exclusive breastfeeding. So for me, breastfeeding week is just another reminder for us to come together as healthcare workers, as the community, as policy makers, because there are a lot of things that we are indirectly causing as barriers, which is not allowing our mothers to breastfeed exclusively and even to be able to continue till the second year and beyond. So it's another reminder, when you look at the benefits that come with breastfeeding, both on the short and long term, there's nothing that can replace it. Breastfeeding is so convenient, it is free, it doesn't come at an extra cost to the mother. And it's something that I would encourage every mother to yearn to do. Once you have your baby, go all out, unless it's been medically indicated that you shouldn't breastfeed because of maybe battling with a particular condition or some medication. Let's encourage our mothers to go all out because it will benefit both themselves and then their babies as well.
Wonderful. Thank you all for your insights, and we appreciate it. As I said from the introduction, it started from the beginning of the month, and a lot of work has gone on. The departments have done some work. Can you share with us, Constance, what has been done? This is just a climax of it as we are ending the month. What has been done from the beginning of August?
Okay, thank you very much. So as we said, August, from the 1st to the 7th of August, we started with the media engagement, where we went to the media houses to create breastfeeding awareness so that people will appreciate the need to breastfeed their babies. And with the team, sustainable support system, and why breastfeeding matters as well. And then we also had in-house training. I must say that the department were able to train over 150 plus health personnel, a cut across doctors, midwives, and then dietitians as well. That said, we were also able to emphasize and then give health education at the various OPD sessions as well to let women in on the world as well, because the World Breastfeeding Week. So all that we've been doing is we intensify that as well. And then we had a webinar that was last week, online webinar about the same as well. And then we are climaxing with another webinar.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. So as you can see, a lot of work has actually gone on. And as I said, this is actually the climax of it. And we are happy to have you all here in person and online as well. And as I said, for those online, kindly share the link that we have with your friends and family.
So, Dr. Kosua, you are neonatal medicine fellow here, meaning that you are seeing babies.
Yes.
We are all talking about the benefit. Really, what are these benefits of breast milk to our babies? What really are they?
So the kind of benefit the baby derives from breast milk, I mean, is so enormous that I don't know why anybody else would want to do something other than breastfeeding their infant. First of all, it protects or it boosts up their immunity and protects them from a number of infections. For example, we have lower respiratory tract infections like pneumonia. Breastfeeding prevents the infant from getting such infections. We can also talk about ear infections in the childhood. Breastfeeding reduces the risks of developing ear infections in the child. Then we can look at things like allergies and then asthma. A child who is breastfed has a lower risk of developing any of these as compared to an infant who is given formula feeds. We can also go on to talk about things like skin conditions like eczema. Rates of eczema is severely reduced in infants who are breastfed as compared to babies who get formula feed. And then we have diarrhea. Diarrhea is very common in childhood. A baby or an infant who is breastfed has very low risk of having recurrent diarrhea and vomiting. Even some childhood leukemias and cancers, studies have shown that infants who are breastfed have very low risk of developing such things like leukemia, childhood leukemia. Then we have childhood obesity. You know, when we give the formula, initially children put on weight, and then after some time we realize that they are putting on too much weight and they become obese. Obesity has a lot of repercussions. When you breastfeed your infant, the baby grows up optimally. The weight is just adequate. It doesn't build up excess fat and develop obesity, which comes with a lot of other problems like type 2 diabetes. So research has also shown that when you breastfeed your infant, the baby has a very low risk of developing type 2 diabetes as compared to an infant who has been fed with formula. So these are just a few benefits to the infants that I can talk about. There are more.
That's really amazing. And as you said, there are so many things to talk about. I just want to ask you again about, you mentioned diarrhea diseases. And evidence shows that quite a number of babies and under fives, they succumb to diarrhea diseases. So
Yes.
how come breast milk is better at preventing that compared to other formula?
Okay. So breast milk is packed with a number of antibodies and then vitamins and minerals which protect the gut of the infant as compared to formula feed. You know, when you are feeding your baby with formula, there are certain things that you need to take into consideration. For example, even the water you use to mix the feed, the water should be very clean. Sometimes you can't vouch for the water that flows from our tap, so you need to maybe buy bottled water and use in mixing the feed. And even how to mix it, the concentration is fixed. You can't just estimate any amount of water and then just mix it anyhow. Okay, and then everything should be done in a hygienic way. The bottle, feeding bottles, the teats, the cups, and everything that you are going to use should be well cleaned and sterilized. Unfortunately, a number of our mothers don't know about this or are unable to do this. So all this contributes to the development of diarrhea in the infant. Meanwhile, if you are supposed to feed your baby directly, you are going to avoid all these problems. So that is one of the ways by which diarrhea.
Thank you very much. And you talked about childhood obesity. This is really important. I mean, we'll come back to that because I think it's one of the myths that we have to dispel where, some of our mothers feel that, yeah, the baby must, look big, and that shows that you are taking care. So it's good you brought that up. So Dr. Kwam, what about the mother? The benefits, we talked about so many benefits to the baby. And as you said from the beginning, this is the best foundation that we can give the baby. But the mother also may have some benefits. So what are some of those?
Yeah, the mother has a lot of benefits when they do breastfeeding. Right from the start, in the labor delivery room, when they start breastfeeding early, I mean, it prevents postpartum hemorrhage. Because the breast milk, as the baby is suckling, the love hormone is actually produced, oxytocin. When baby is suckling, the mother produces oxytocin, which is love hormone. And then that love hormone causes the uterus to contract and to stop further bleeding. So, right from the delivery room, when breastfeeding starts, postpartum hemorrhage is reduced if the mother starts breastfeeding. So that's one. That's just at the delivery room. Still with the mother, as the baby is sucking, still talking about the love hormone, the mother seems to bond with the baby. It's both ways, because oxytocin is produced, the love hormone is produced. There's some love, more love for the baby, and all that. So, and that is very good for the emotional development of the baby, and also for the mother too. Because if you have not been able to breastfeed, you still feel there's something like mothers who have carried their babies in their breastfeeding, they feel more confident. So that's another delivery room.
So, Dr. Kwam, hold the thought. Okay. There is more I know you want to say. We are going to take a quick break, and we'll come back to you and the rest of the panel. Thank you very much. We'll just have a break.
Teaching Hospital. I am here today to teach you how to position and attach your baby to breasts. Before a mother can breastfeed her baby comfortably, she needs a comfortable chair with a backrest. When you get the chair with a backrest, you sit comfortably in the chair and then rest your back. In case the floor is too high, you get a stool and then put your legs on it, and then you position your baby this way. You put baby's head in between your elbow and your palm on the buttocks of the baby, not the thigh. You put your 4 fingers under your breast, not the scissor hold, please, and then your thumb on the breast. You make sure the black thing around your nipple, which is the areola, 80% of it enters the baby's mouth, with the baby's lower lip turned outside down. Thank you for watching. I hope that you follow these steps to ensure a good and proper positioning and attachment of the baby to the breast. My name is Portia Barbara Tufo, a midwife at Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. I am here today to teach you how to position and attach your baby to breasts. Before a mother can breastfeed her baby comfortably, she needs a comfortable chair with a backrest. When you get the chair with a backrest, you sit comfortably in the chair and then rest your back. In case the floor is too high, you get a stool and then put your legs on it, and then you position your baby this way. You put baby's head in between your elbow and your palm on the buttocks of the baby, not the thigh. You put your 4 fingers under your breast, not the scissor hold, please, and then your thumb on the breast. You make sure the black thing around your nipple, which is the areola, 80% of it enters the baby's mouth, with the baby's lower lip turned outside down. Thank you for watching. I hope that you follow these steps to ensure a good and proper positioning and attachment of the baby to the breast. My name is Portia Barbara Tufo, a midwife at Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. I am here today to teach you how to position and attach your baby to breasts. Before a mother can breastfeed her baby comfortably, she needs a comfortable chair with a backrest. When you get the chair with a backrest, you sit comfortably in the chair and then rest your back. In case the floor is too high, you get a stool and then put your legs on it, and then you position your baby this way. You put baby's head in between your elbow and your palm on the buttocks of the baby, not the thigh. You put your 4 fingers under your breast, not the scissor hold, please, and then your thumb on the breast. You make sure the black thing around your nipple, which is the areola, 80% of it enters the baby's mouth, with the baby's lower lip turned outside down. Thank you for watching. I hope that you follow these steps to ensure a good and proper positioning and attachment of the baby to the breast. My name is Portia Barbara Tufo, a midwife at Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. I am here today to teach you how to position and attach your baby to breasts. Before a mother can breastfeed her baby comfortably, she needs a comfortable chair with a backrest. When you get the chair with a backrest, you sit comfortably in the chair and then rest your back. In case the floor is too high, you get a stool and then put your legs on it, and then you position your baby this way. You put baby's head in between your elbow and your palm on the buttocks of the baby, not the thigh. You put your 4 fingers under your breast, not the scissor hold, please, and then your thumb on the breast. You make sure the black thing around your nipple, which is the areola, 80% of it enters the baby's mouth, with the baby's lower lip turned outside down. Thank you for watching. I hope that you follow these steps to ensure a good and proper positioning and attachment of the baby to the breast. My name is Portia Barbara Tufo, a midwife at Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. I am here today to teach you how to position and attach your baby to breasts. Before a mother can breastfeed her baby comfortably, she needs a comfortable chair with a backrest. When you get the chair with a backrest,